Well, good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. Milind Nemade, Professor and Head, Department of Electronics Engineering in KJ Somaiya Institute of Engineering and Information Technology, Sion, Mumbai. Today, we'll see the experiment on study of GSM technology and verify 80 commands on GSM trainer. Well, these are the contents of my presentation. Outcome of experiment, introduction to GSM, GSM capability and data services, applications of 3G, understanding 3G communication system hardware, 80 commands using GSM technology, and finally, conclusion of the experiment. Outcome of Outcomes of experiment. After performance of this experiment, student will be able to explain GSM architecture and various blocks of it. Student will also be able to execute GSM 80 commands. Introduction of GSM. The Global System for Mobile Communication, which is also called as GSM, is an international digital cellular telecommunication standard. The GSM standard was released by ITSI in 1989. First commercial services were launched in 1991. After its early introduction in Europe, the standard went global in 1992 when GSM services were introduced in Australia. Since then, GSM has become the most widely adopted and fast growing digital cellular standard, and it is positioned to become the world's dominant cellular standard. In fact, as of January 1999, GSM accounted for more than 120 million subscribers according to the GSM Memorandum of Understanding Association. With 324 GSM networks in operation in 129 countries, GSM provide almost complete coverage around the globe. GSM is a second generation cellular standard that was developed to solve fragmentation problem of the first cellular system in Europe. GSM was the world's first cellular system to specify digital modulation and network level architectures and services, and is the world's most popular 2G technology. Before GSM, European countries used different cellular standard throughout the continent, and it was not possible for a customer to use a single subscriber unit throughout Europe. As of 2001, there were around 350 million GSM subscribers worldwide. The GSM standard was developed by the Groupie Spatial Mobile, which is also called as SMG, which was an initiative of the Conference of European Post and Telecommunication, which is called as CEPT administrations. The underlying aim was to design a uniform pan-European mobile system to replace the existing incompatible analog systems. Work on the standard was started in 1982, and the first full set of specifications became available in 1990. The responsibility for GSM standardization now reside with European Telecommunication Standards Institute, which is called as ITSI. GSM frequencies. The GSM system is a FDMA or TDMA system. Each physical channel is characterized by a carrier frequency and a time slot number. GSM system frequencies includes two bands at 900 MHz and 1800 MHz, commonly referred as GSM 900 and DCS 1800. For the primary band in GSM 900 system, 124 radio carriers have been defined and assigned in two subsystems of 25 MHz each. In the 890 to 915 MHz and 935 to 960 MHz ranges with channel width of 200 kHz. Now let's see the GSM architecture. The GSM architecture is shown on the slide. The GSM system comprises of mobile station, base transceiver station, which is called as BTS, base station controller, which is also called as BSC, mobile switching center, which is MSC, and set of registers databases to assist in mobility management, and security functions. All signaling between MSC and various registers as well as between MSCs take place using signaling system 7, which is SS7 network. Mobile station, which is also called as MS. GSM mobile station is nothing but your handset or subscriber unit. At the time of manufacturing a handset, an international mobile equipment identity is programmed into the terminal. A subscriber identity module, which is also called as SIM, is required to activate and operate GSM terminal. The SIM may be removable unit that can be inserted by the user. Any GSM terminal capable of receiving a detachable SIM card can become the user's MS upon plugging into the SIM card. Next is base station system, which is also called as BSS. The base station system comprises a base station controller and one or more subtending base transceiver station, which is also called as BTS. The BSS is responsible for all functions related to the radio resource management. Next is Mobile Switching Center, which is also called as MSC. It is a local ISDN switch with additional capabilities to support mobility management functions like location update, terminal registration, and handoff. MSC perform major functions like call setup release, call routine, billing information, paging and altering, echo cancellation, registration, etc. Next is home location register. Home location register, it is a centralized database that has permanent data fields about the mobile subscriber in a large service area. Visitor location register, which is also called as VLR. It represents a temporary data store, and generally there is one VLR per MSC. This register contained information about mobile subscribers who are currently in the service area and which features are activated locally. Authentication Center, which is also called as AC, generally associated with HLR. This authentication center has parameters which are used in initial location register, location update, etc. It uses authentication and cipher key generation algorithm, which are called as A3 and A8 respectively. Equipment Identity Register, which is also called as EIR. It maintains information to authenticate terminal equipment so that fraud can be identified and demand service. Now next the GSM capability and data services. GSM supports a range of basic and supplementary services like bearer services, teleservices, and supplementary services. The common ISDN like supplementary services supported by GSM, which includes call forwarding, call bearing, call waiting, call hold, call charge, etc. Call forwarding and bearing are defined in the original GSM specification. GSM data services consist of circuit switch and packet switch data. Circuit switch data can be to an analog model, to an ISDN connection, or to a fax machine. Packet switch data connects to a packet network. GSM wireless evolution. GSM wireless evolution. The wireless evolution is achieved through the GSM family of wireless technology platform. Today's GSM, GPRS, Edge, and 3GSM. GSM is a evolving standard, growing and adapting to meet changing customer needs. It is the basic of powerful family of platform for the future, providing a direct link into the next generation solutions, including GPRS, which is also called as General Packet Radio Services, Edge, which is also called as Enhanced Data for GSM Evolution. Now let's see the applications of 3G. The bandwidth and location information available to 3G devices gives rise to applications not previously available to mobile phone user. Some of the applications of 3G are mobile TV. Mobile television is television watched on a small handheld or mobile device. It also includes downloading TV programs and podcast from the internet and the ability to store programming for later viewing. Next is video on demand. Users can select and watch or listen to video or audio content on demand. IPTV technology is often used to bring video on demand to televisions and personal computers. Catch-up TV is a form of video on demand. Video conferencing. Video conferencing is the conduct of video conference by a set of telecommunication technologies which allow two or more locations to communicate by simultaneous two-way video and audio transmission. It has also been called visual collaboration and is a type of groupware. Next application is telemedicine. Telemedicine is the use of telecommunication and information technologies in order to provide clinical health care at a distance. It helps eliminate distance barriers and can improve access to medical services that would often not be consistently available in distant rural communities. It is also used to save lives in critical care and emergency situations. Next application is location-based services. Location-based services, which is also called as LBS, are general, general class of computer program level services used to include specific control for location and time data as control features in computer programs. As such, LBS is an information service and has a number of uses in social networking today and entertainment service which is accessible with mobile devices through the mobile network and which uses information on the geographical position of the mobile device. Next is Global Positioning System, which is also called as GPS. The Global Positioning System is a space-based satellite navigation system that provides location and time information in all weather conditions. Anywhere on the near the Earth where there is unobstructed line of sight to 4 or more GPS satellites. The system provides critical capabilities to military, civil, and commercial users around the world. These are the applications of 3G. Now let's see 3G communication system hardware. 3G communication system hardware, it's looks like uh, shown on the slide. In the diagram, in the image at the center, there is a touchscreen LCD where you can pass command as well as where you can get the responses uh, from the system. Let's see the different parameters, different devices available on 3G communication system hardware. Starting from the left side, there is a power switch, and then there is GPS antenna as well as GSM antennas. Then there is SD card slots. SD card switch fault we can able to generate as per requirement. So there are basically 4 switch fault buttons you will find. One is data 0, data 1, data 2, and CMD. Then there is a SIM card switch fault section where 4 SIM card switch fault can be able to generate. One is SIM voltage, another one is SIM reset, then third is SIM data, and fourth is SIM clock. So these faults can activate or activate as per the requirement. Then there is a serial port pins, and then switch fault for mic hand-free speakers. So for this switch fault for mic hand-free speaker, there are 4 options are available: hand-free left, hand-free right, mic, and speaker. Then there is modern reset switch, which can be used to reset the system hardware whenever it is required. Then there is a NAND boot or SD boot switch. So this switch basically for internal or pre-installed boot keep, the switch should be at NAND position, and for Android porting or SD boot, keep switch at SD boot position. Then there is Ethernet port for internet connections. Then Android audio output switch is Android audio output is provided. Then there are GPIO sections, general purpose input output sections, in which there are 2 push button switch are given, PB1, PB2, and then there are outputs we can see with the help of 2 LEDs, LED1 and LED2. Then there is Android debug ports, T cross D and R cross D. Then there is USB to serial converter. Next. Uh, Now we'll see whatever we have seen is basically the hardware structure. Now we'll see how to execute AT commands using GSM technology. So very first, what is this AT commands? AT commands are instructions used to control a modem. modulator and demodulator. Capital A, capital T is the abbreviations of attention. Every command line start with capital A, capital T or a, small t. That's why modern commands are also called as AT commands. So few AT commands we'll see how to execute it on uh, this hardware. So very first command, AT command is nothing but ATI, which is also used to display product identification information. This command requests the product information, which consists of manufacturer identification, model identification, revision identification, IMEI number, and a list of additional capabilities. So we'll have to execute the command ATI and we'll be getting the responses as shown on the screen. Next command is AT plus CGMI. This command is also called as request manufacturer identification. This command requests the manufacturer identification text, which is intended to permit the user of the module to identify the manufacturer. So execution command which you will have to type is AT plus CGMI and responses will be getting a model identification. Next command is AT plus CGMR. This is also called as a request revision identification. This command requests product firmware revision identification text, which is intended to permit the user of the module to identify the version, revision level, date, and other pertinent information. The execution command is AT plus CGMR and responses will be getting is nothing but the revision identification. Next is AT plus CGSN. This command requests product serial number identification. The command requests product serial number identification text, which is intended to permit the user of the module to identify the individual ME to which it is connected to. So execution command is basically AT plus CGSN and responses to this command will be getting is nothing but serial number. Next is AT plus CIMI. This is a request international mobile subscriber identity. Execution command causes the TA to return IMSI, which is intended to permit TE to identify the individual SIM card which is attached to MT. So execution command is AT plus CIMI and responses to this will be getting IMSI number. Next command is AT plus GCAP, which is a request overall capabilities. So execute command causes TA reports a list of additional capabilities. List of additional capabilities, CGSM, GSM function is supported, app class, fax function is supported, plus DS is data compression is supported, and ES, which is nothing but the synchronous data mode, is supported. So all these are basically additional capabilities. So execute command is AT plus GCAP and responses to this is nothing but all these additional capabilities will be displayed. Next command is A slash. This command is a repeat last command. So this command is used for implement previous AT command repeatedly and return value depends on the last AT command. If a slash is issued to the module firstly after power on, the response OK is only returned. Execution command is a slash and responses to this command is last AT command return. Next command is ATA, which is also called as call answer. This command is used to make remote station to go off hook. For example, answer an incoming call. If there is no an incoming call and entering this command to TA, it will be written no carrier to TA. So execute command is nothing but ATA and responses to this command will be voice call will begin for data call and TA switch to data mode. And there will be indication like call is connected. Now let's see, these are the few AT commands that we can execute on system hardware. Now let's see the conclusion of this experiment. So we have studied in details GSM architecture and also tested few basic commands without 3G SIM cards and advanced GSM AT commands with 3G SIM cards. That's all for this presentation. Thank you.